my channel. It's Kai here. Happy New Year. This is the first time in the new year that I'm sitting down to record a video. I apologize for that. Holidays were crazy, and then I had a con, and I've just been gaming a lot.
Excuse me for living.
So you know what, I'm so sorry, but thank you guys so much. We're super close to 800 subscribers, so thank you from the bottom of my hearts. I love you guys. For today's video, even though we are well into January, I thought it would be fun to rank all of the anime that I watched last year and basically see what I thought was 2023's best anime. Obviously, this isn't all the anime that aired last year because I still have a ton on my watch list.
There are too many of them. What are we going to do?
This was not a super big year for anime for me because you know it ebbs and it flows. But if there's anything in the 2023 lineup that I missed, definitely let me know in the comments below. And there are also things on here that didn't come out in 2023 but I watched. So you know what? It's okay. This is okay. We're just gonna pretend.
Lies. Oh, lies!
And we're just gonna get through this list. There's not that many, only about 44. And of course there's stuff on here that's still airing that started last year. For example, the one that comes to my mind is Undead Unluck, which I have been absolutely loving. And then of course this year we have a million other things that I'm super excited for, like Solo Leveling, the Haikyuu movie, The Great Pretender is coming back. It has just been a great few years of anime. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video because I do have a habit of rambling. Yay! Hi! Do you want to say hi? Okay, Grumpy.
Mother, I crave violence.
Let's get started. So as you can see, we only have about 40 or so. There's not too many. Like all my other ranking videos, this is sort of like, I'm just gonna show you the lineup really quickly and then we'll rank within. This time we're just doing the standard category since I'm not ranking waifus or husbandos. But this time I'm also going to rank within instead of just dropping them in. Each one is gonna have a ranking within each category, if that makes sense. But like normal, I'm not gonna change any of my answers once they've been put, other than within the section. So let's get started. The very first one that we're starting with is a movie that came out quite a bit ago. I'm gonna be honest, I did not like it. It's 5 centimeters per second. I did not enjoy this one bit. I thought it was pretty boring, very avant-garde, which is like, it just kind of is a movie that people who are like film snobs would just be like, this is great cinema.
I say.
Wasn't for me. I like a little bit of action. So I'm gonna put that in the D category. It just was not it. Next up is 86. I can't believe I waited so long to watch it, but also, we don't know if there's ever another season coming, so I guess it didn't really matter at what point I watched it, but I absolutely loved this anime. It had me hooked. I think I watched it all in like 2 or 3 days, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the S tier category. Definitely would recommend. It's really good. Next up, 91 Days. I'm trying to roll through this so my editor doesn't have a super long video. This is a very good show if you like gangster movies, or shows. For example, Gangsta, which is a really good anime. I highly recommend, even though they never finished it. But it was kind of slow burny for me, so I'm gonna put this, I'm thinking either A or B. It wasn't horrible, but I don't know if it was like, I'm gonna give it an A. Okay, next up, Attack on Titan. I have shit on this anime a lot, only in the sense that like we've been getting the final season for about 2 years now.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
But good lord, was this a really good final episode. I bawled my eyes out, as we all know if you've seen multiple videos on my channel. I mean, this was definitely top 3 animes of the year. So many emotions. I personally don't understand, as someone who's not a manga reader, why people were shitting on the ending. It's honestly the most realistic ending. It's human nature. Not everything is wrapped up. Also, this has never been a happy show from like the first 30 seconds into the show, it's just been chaos. So I don't understand why people thought it would be a happy ending. But it was amazing. I believe in Eren cabin supremacy, and that's that. This is definitely, I don't think there's much on this list that's gonna be better than Attack on Titan was for me. Next up is the Black Clover movie. This movie was really fun, but if I'm being completely honest, I think I would have just rather them make a new season. I think the movie had a lot of fun characters like Jester and Princess Funny Bunny, but since it wasn't necessarily canon, it scratched an itch, but it wasn't like as amazing as it could have been. The music was really, really bad in my opinion. It didn't fit. But otherwise, it was a really enjoyable movie, and for that, I'm gonna put it at A, but it's probably gonna be the lower tier of A for me. Can they just give us a new season? Please. Like, there's definitely Black Clover fans out there. I don't get it.
I don't understand, bitch. Don't understand. I don't understand, bitch.
Next up is Blue Lock, which is a really good sports anime. I won't lie. I didn't enjoy the beginning as much because I read the manga, and so it was a little bit less exciting, but once I got past the point in which I read, I really, really enjoyed this. It's a really fun sports anime. I do get all the hype surrounding it, but I'm stuck between A and S because I can't change my answer, and I'm very indecisive. If you've seen any of my other tier or ranking videos, okay. What else is on this list? I think I would be happy putting this on S tier. And I think I liked 86 just a smidgen more. But I did enjoy Blue Lock. Next is Bungo Stray Dogs, the Dead Apple movie. This is pretty, I would put it at B. It's a movie. I don't know why I keep doing so much with my hands. I gotta stop. It was a really good movie, but it kind of was just an anime movie. As we know, you're either gonna get super amazing ones or just sort of mid ones. But I enjoyed it. And then Bungo Stray Dogs season 4, I believe. I really liked this season. I'm a big Nikolai fan, so we got a lot of Nikolai. We got some good Dazai moments. There's still so much happening in Bungo Stray Dogs that I just need answers to.
I need answers.
But I feel like consistently Bungo Stray Dogs is always pretty good. If you like literature and you like action and you like power-y stuff, I definitely recommend Bungo if you haven't watched it. But I feel like most people have unless you live under a rock.
Who are you people?
So yeah. Next up is Buddy Daddies, which just was a pleasant, just such a fun anime. It's so wholesome. If you like SpyXFamily, I feel like you'll like Buddy Daddies. Because it's a shorter anime, it definitely has less of a slow burn, and it definitely is just a little bit more exciting, but it's so wholesome. I definitely really, really, really enjoyed this anime. For that, I'm gonna put it in the S tier. Next up is Chainsaw Man. This might be controversial, but I did prefer the manga to the anime. I don't know if some of those reasons are the 3D animation style kind of got me a little bit, or if it's because of the Dark Trio. I think Chainsaw Man, what makes it great is the shock value. There's just so many things that are just so shocking that once you know those things, I don't know if it hits the same. For that, I'm gonna put this in the A category, but I do think that it is the top tier of the A category. Nonetheless, Chainsaw Man is a really good story. If you like gory, if you like action, it's good. It's really good. Oh my god, I'm so proud of myself. I'm only at 7 minutes of talking. Flying through. Next up is Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village. I love Demon Slayer. I know a lot of people just like to say it's carried by their animation, but I mean, let's be honest, the season was so beautifully animated, and we got to see him without his mask. Oh, please, I almost fainted.
I saw him.
I did really like this. Obviously, I miss Zenitsu and I miss Inosuke, but nonetheless, I thought this was really good. I don't know if I would put it in the S tier. I feel like this is what the most of the struggle is because if I don't like an anime, I very rarely keep watching it, or I just feel like I don't watch an anime that I don't think I'd be drawn to, so there's not a lot in the lower tiers. I definitely liked it more than Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna put this at the very top of the A category. I wouldn't say this is like top tier of what 2023 had to offer, but it is pretty darn close. Next up is Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2. I do have to say, it did take me a bit to get used to the new animation style. I did like the grungier, older sort of art style of Season 1, and then going to Season 2, it's more cutesy, more new agey, but it was still pretty fun. I'm gonna put this in the top of B. I don't know why, it just doesn't feel A enough for me. Next is Dr. Stone New World. I love Dr. Stone. I'm a huge Dr. Stone fan. I feel like not enough people talk about it, and it's just so funny. There were a lot of fun moments, so I'm gonna put it in the lower category of the S tier because it's fun. Next is Free, The Final Stroke Part 1, because there's a Part 2. I haven't watched it. I don't know if it's out yet. I had to pirate this. I always have to pirate the free movies.
You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a right to be. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Because I can't find them. This is an anime that I started. It's not necessarily a good one, but like, you know, when you just put in so much time and effort that you just have to finish the story? That's how I feel about Free. And of course, it helps that the guys are incredibly attractive.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
So it just keeps me coming back. This movie, I can definitely tell there's gonna be a Part 2, so it's kind of anticlimactic for that. I don't think it's horrible because I feel like it's consistent with the show. It feels like you're still immersed in the free world. I'm gonna put it at the lower end of B, and yeah. Next is Hell's Paradise. I really love Hell's Paradise. Every week it was just like non-stop. I think it's such a fun story. It's kind of crazy that it all happens in such a small time frame. But this was definitely one of my most anticipated animes of 2023, even though I had never read the manga. I'd always heard good things about it, so this one was the one on this list I'd say that I was looking forward to the most to watching. And it did not disappoint. I definitely would put this at the second. As of now, where the list is, it would definitely be in second place for animes. Next is Horimiya, The Missing Pieces. Horimiya was honestly one of my first romance animes I watched.
What the actual hell?
I haven't seen that many, but I do love Horimiya. It's super wholesome, super cute, and I really like The Missing Pieces. We got to see so much of like the in-between of the actual show. I'm gonna put it at the second place for A. Next is I Wanna Eat Your Pancreas. Obviously this is an older movie. I just watched it. It was really sad. I really liked it though. I definitely liked it more than 5 centimeters per second, but there's another anime movie that I'm gonna get to that I just think was so good. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna put this right after Chainsaw Man. Next up we have Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. This one was a random watch for me. I think I saw a TikTok about it, which is how I see most animes. It was really cute. I think it was the best like romancy slice of life anime out there. No, but it was cute. I put it up probably right after Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2. It was pretty wholesome. It's basically this world where people have magical powers, or like they have like animal spirits in them. But it wasn't game-changing. Next up, this is so hard for me because I don't know if this is better than AOT or not, but it is JJK Season 2. Honestly, from start to finish, JJK Season 2 was wild. The animation level quality skyrocketed. As we know, unfortunately, MAPPA workers were very mistreated, but I mean, they put in work. They really did, and it shows. Like, truly the animation quality skyrocketed. The story is just so crazy right now. I'm gonna start reading the manga just because there's so much happening, and also JJK fandom is the worst fandom when it comes to spoilers. And I get it, you could say,
just read the manga.
I hear you, okay? I hear you, but what's being spoiled are leaks to the manga. So even if I read the manga, I'm still gonna have it spoiled. Like, make it make sense. I thought the One Piece fandom was bad. Make it make sense.
That doesn't make no sense. My man.
I digress. Is it better than AOT? This is so hard. Okay, I want to tie it with AOT because I really truly think this was such a good season. Okay, I'm gonna tie it. It's hard because I feel like with AOT we really wrapped up the story, and so it just like, it feels, it's completed, it's just the progression happened, and with JJK we're only getting started into this madness, especially with Itadori. So I'm gonna tie it. I don't know if that's even allowed, but I make the rules, and on my channel we're tying it, so it'd be like that.
You really do be like that sometimes.
You do. Next up is Kotaro Lives Alone. This is an older anime. It's so sad. This is basically a slice of life anime about a young boy who lives by himself. He has a lot of family issues, but his neighbors just sort of take care of him, and just, it's literally so sad but so good. I binged the heck out of this. For that, I would put this right after Hell's Paradise. I really enjoyed this anime. Speaking of enjoying anime, next up is this sleeper agent of an anime. I had no intentions of watching this anime, but everyone was talking about it, and that is Mashle, Magic and Muscles. I started this anime when it was probably like over halfway through this first season, and I caught up in a day. This is so, I mean, so funny. Like, this is, I'm so excited because we're in season 2. Both episodes have already been so good, and the intro is a banger, and I know bangers.
That's what she said.
But honestly, this is one of the funniest shows I've ever watched in my entire life. Okay, that might be an exaggeration, but as of right now it is. Honestly, it's so hard because I did love it so much, and I don't know if it's because I was so pleasantly surprised and I had no intentions of ever watching it, or what it is, but I definitely think this was one of the best animes of 2023. Like, I highly recommend it if you like comedy. In my opinion, it's like if Harry Potter, Black Clover, and One Punch Man had a baby and you smush them up, you would get Mashle. Like, it's just so good. It's so funny. The comedic timing of everything is just so spot on. I just thoroughly enjoyed it. If you like comedy animes or any of the 3 things that I mentioned that it is like, you'll definitely like it. Yeah. Next is is Moriarty the Patriot. Obviously this is an older anime, but I did really enjoy this. If you like Sherlock Holmes, it is essentially Moriarty's point of view of Sherlock Holmes. It is a really enjoyable anime. It's in 2 parts, but it's basically just 1 season. This is definitely top tier of A for me. I really enjoyed it. It did get a little bit slow, which is why I'm putting it only on the 4th spot, but then it picked back up again, and I'm just a sucker for Sherlock Holmes. I think they did a lot of justice. It's a darker anime. It shows you so much more sides of all of these characters that you know and love. So yeah. Next is My Home Hero. This is such a good anime. I feel like if you like Death Note a lot, you would like this. It is like basically a true crime story about a dad. I don't really want to spoil too much, but a dad who just sort of is forced to protect his daughter at all costs. It's just really dark, it's edgy, it's really just a really good show. I think I would put this just after Blue Lock, and it's a short watch as well. Next up is season 2 of Nagatoro. I really like the show. It's just a fun little romance anime. We're getting a lot more in the romance between our 2 characters. I would put this though definitely before the Black Clover movie, just after Bungo Stray Dogs, I think. Another romance anime, My Love Story with Yamada-Kun. This was trending all over TikTok, so of course I had to watch it.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed?
I do know there's some controversy with the age difference between the two characters. Nonetheless, as a gamer myself, as a gamer girl, I enjoyed this anime. I thought it was really fun. Do I think it was the best anime of the season, as everyone else did? No. I still love Horimiya a lot more, as well as Wodokoi, but I did enjoy the story nonetheless. I think I'd put this just after Moriarty the Patriot. Of course, we have One Piece. I know that One Piece is a never-ending show. Well, of course, one day it is gonna end. And that will be the day that I deeply, deeply mourn. But Wano arc ended, and now we're on Egghead Island, so I thought it would be fitting to just sort of wrap up the Wano arc and put this on the tier list. As always, I do love One Piece, but I don't think it was better than Attack on Titan or JJK or Mashle. Was it better than Hell's Paradise? I mean, you all know it's my #1, tied with Haikyuu. But these animes are just wrapped up. They're just, I don't know, they really had their moment to shine. So I would put Wano arc just after Hell's Paradise. Next up, I might get flamed even more for this opinion. Oshi no Ko. This broke the internet. I mean, it took over the #1 spot on my anime list, which from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which in theory really doesn't mean that much, but it is sort of a big milestone. Now I think Frieren took over that spot, which I'm actually really excited to watch, but I think it was short-lived, in my opinion. I feel like Oshi no Ko lost itself so much. It kept going between being this like murder mystery and being an idol show that it kept ebbing and flowing far too much for my taste.
I don't know where to go! Sir, I'm looking right at you, okay? That's not helping me!
I think Erased, which is my #3 anime, and Summertime Rendering did a much better job at developing a story, and it's very similar to those. So I definitely recommend those two animes if you enjoyed Oshi no Ko, or even if you didn't, to give this genre another shot. But I think it was pretty mid. I'm still gonna watch season 2. I still got excited a lot, but I do feel like it deviated so much from what I signed up for. I am still interested in seeing how the story unfolds, but I do think it was incredibly overhyped, and I think maybe it's the opposite of Mashle for me. Like, Mashle, I had no expectations and it like exceeded them. With this, I had so many expectations and it just, yeah, it didn't hit. Sorry. If you think I'm wrong, totally, you know, let me know your opinion on that one. Next up is the movie I was talking about before, Ponpo the Cinephile. This is an older movie, but it was so good. I loved the editing style. As someone who works in the movie industry, it was just a really fun movie to me. I just enjoyed it from start to finish. I think it's such a beautifully animated show. I did have to pay to watch it on Amazon Prime, but I think you can watch it on a lot of places. I really enjoyed this, and I think I would put it above Buddy Daddies. I definitely think if you like movies, even if you don't like movies and you just want like a good, wholesome anime movie, this is the movie for you. It's so good. I just loved it. Next up is Ranking of the Kings. This is the I forget what it's called. It's like something like Treasure Chest of Courage, I believe, but it's essentially like Horimiya the Missing Pieces, where it just filled in a bunch of stuff that the first season missed. I hope there's still gonna be a second season, because I feel like season 1 ended off where they could definitely add more to the story. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed it. Ranking of the Kings is such a good movie. A good show. It definitely deserved to win awards like it did a few years ago, and this was just fun. I love seeing the characters. I love the art style. It's so wholesome. Because it didn't necessarily progress the story as much, I feel like it needs to go in the upper categories. I did enjoy it more than Horimiya the Missing Pieces. But yeah, Next is an isekai, which I don't really watch too much of, and I think it's because I ruined isekai for myself when the very first isekai I ever watched was That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, which is just so good. If you guys watched my last video, my anime merch haul, you know that I love Milim. She is, or if you watch my waifu video, you know she is my #1 female character of all time. Not my #1 waifu, but my #1 female character. And that's the thing, is they just have so many good characters and it feels less of an isekai, because I feel like a lot of times with isekai we get the same tropes and it's just sort of an excuse to not develop the world as much. But nonetheless, where was I going with this story?
Bear with me, man. I lost my train of thought.
Oh, nonetheless, I did give this one a try because my friend's boyfriend, Rox's boyfriend Alejandro, recommended this to me, and it was a really, really fun anime. I definitely will watch season 2 if they come out with another one. For an isekai, I was definitely enthralled with it, and it is the, it's like Reborn as a Vending Machine, The Dungeon I Now Wander, or something like that. It's really, really, really funny. I really enjoyed this. I think I enjoyed it. The problem is, I didn't enjoy it more than Moriarty, but I did enjoy it more than I'm gonna put it in the middle section of A. I think it was a really good a really good show. Even if you don't like isekais like myself that much, it's still enjoyable because it has a lot of comedy. You learn a lot about vending machines. Like, I know there are so many types of vending machines now, and just the way he uses his powers I think is really fun and really unique. The characters are really enthralling, and if I haven't sold you, Zoro is one of the voice actors. He plays this guy right here. I can't remember his name, but he's a pretty big character. Yeah, so it's definitely worth a watch in my opinion. There's 2 different English titles for this. The manga was translated as Ron Komanahashi, the Deranged Detective, but the anime is Ron Komanahashi's Forbidden Deductions. This is really good. Also, like Moriarty the Patriot, it does have a little Sherlocky Holmes twist to it. If you like Sherlock Holmes or a case study of Moriarty, you'll definitely like this one. It just ended recently and it was really, really good. It's a little bit more wholesome than the case study of Moriarty, but it's essentially about a detective that is unable to be a detective for reasons that I won't spoil, though you do find out in the first episode. So we just get to go on these cases with him and a police officer who wants to be a really good detective but unfortunately isn't, and their relationship is just really well developed. The stories are fun, the mysteries are fun, and how they unfold. So yeah, if you like Sherlock Holmes, you'll definitely like this. I think I did like it a little bit more than the case study of Moriarty, but it was really good. I don't think enough people talked about it this season. Okay, next in a row, we have Record of Ragnarok Season 1, which did not come out this year, but I just watched this show this year, and Record of Ragnarok Season 2, which did come out this year. Season 1, I absolutely loved. I know a lot of people dog on it because they say it's really slideshowy in terms of the fights, but I really enjoy it. As someone who loves history, I think it's really fun to see these characters, these historic figures we know and maybe love, and see them fight against these gods and see how they've taken the lore and history of these characters and turned them into powers. Essentially, if you don't know, this is a Netflix anime about historical figures fighting against gods, and these are Greek gods, Roman gods, Scandinavian gods, it's Norse, it's just all of the gods. I really enjoyed it. I think the music is some of the best music. It has a really, really good soundtrack. The characters are really fun. I would definitely put this in A tier, maybe before Ranking of the Kings for Season 1, as well as Season 2. I love Buddha. He's such a cool character. And I just, like I said, I think it's really fun. If you like any sort of mythology, or if you like history, even if you like Smite, because it's a lot like Smite. It's very, very similar to Smite, except instead of everyone being a different type of god, it's gods versus humans. So I enjoyed it. I might get dogged for that because a lot of people hate the animation style, but it is what it is. That's my opinion.
That's my opinion!
Okay, that is my opinion. Okay, next up, SpyXFamily. I haven't watched Core 2 of this, but I did want to put it in here nonetheless. I love SpyXFamily. It's super wholesome. I put it just after. Actually, Ooh. I did enjoy Bungo more. It's better than that. Okay, I put it at the lower end of A. It's kind of the same thing over and over again, but it's still enjoyable nonetheless. Next up is Terror and Resonance. I thought this was a really good show. I would definitely put this at the lower end of A. I don't really remember too much of it. I just know it was about terrorists. I really liked the ending, but because I don't remember so much, like it didn't stand out too much, I'm gonna put it at the lower end of A. Next up, these movies broke the internet, on TikTok, because they were two like romancy movies where you could watch either one first. To Every You I Loved Before, and then To All the Yous I Loved Before, or something like that. I'll put the titles on the screen because I just don't care enough about them to properly say their name.
Say my name.
I did not like them. I did think the blue one was better than the red one or pink one. I watched the pink one first and then the red one. I think the concept was better than the execution. There was sort of no plot for like an hour and a half. It wasn't for me, but they were better than 5 centimeters per second. The blue one being like a half point higher than the pink one. I didn't like it. I'm sorry, I just didn't like it. Next is Tokyo Revengers. I do know there's a new season that just ended. This is the one before that, because I haven't watched the newest season yet. But I really liked Tokyo Revengers. I really liked this season. As we know, I'm obsessed with Mitsuya. I would put this just after Komanahashi. Next is a reverse isekai. Is that a genre? I don't know. Uncle from Another World. I watched this on a whim. It was pretty good. It wasn't like the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was pretty good. I do think Oshi no Ko was better, so I'm gonna put it at C. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. If they came out with a season 2, I might watch it, but like I'm not like dying to watch it again. What I am dying to watch again is such an underrated anime, quite frankly, the most underrated anime of 2023 in my opinion, which is Undead Murder Farce. Nobody talked about it, but it was super good. The main character is incredibly attractive. If you like Sherlock Holmes,
I'm beginning to see a pattern here.
I feel like I keep saying this. Maybe I just need to make a video of like, if you like this, you'll like this. But if you've seen the case study of Moriarty, or if you've seen Komanahashi and you like either of those, I think you would really like this anime. It is also very Sherlock Holmesy. In fact, Sherlock Holmes is a character, but it's really good. It has much more of a like Japanese folklore twist to it. For example, the main character is a half human, half Oni. The other main character is an immortal head. It is just a wacky show with great animation, mysteries that get solved. I just really liked this anime. I'm gonna put it at the lower end of S tier because I do think there was other things that were better. Nonetheless, I do think this was a sleeper agent. More people need to watch the show, and if you watch it, let me know what you think, because I really liked it. Next is Vinland Saga Season 1. Like Record of Ragnarok, I did watch both Season 1 and Season 2 within this year, even though Season 1 did not come out, so we'll rank both. Vinland Saga is honestly one of my favorite animes now, top 10, maybe top 8. I really loved it. Season 1, it's just so good. I feel like if you like Berserk, you'll like Vinland Saga a lot. I definitely would put this, I would put Season 1 right before One Piece and Season 2 right after. I do know a lot of people dogged on Season 2 because obviously this season was much more about character development and Thorfinn finding out who he is, but I still liked Season 2 nonetheless because I think it has some of the best character development in anime. I just really like it. If you like Vikings, if you just like history, if you like fighting, this is just such a good anime. It has so many amazing qualities. I can't stress it enough. Last but not least, I feel like I did so good this video of not rambling, and I feel like I definitely missed a lot of anime that came out this year, so maybe I will do a part 2 once I catch up on all the 2023 anime. Let me know.
I don't think he'll be laughing, boy.
Why, sir?
Because that Paddy killed him.
But last but not least is Zom 100. This is both one of my favorite animes of the year and one of my most disappointing animes of the year because, hear me out. I loved this anime. It was super fun. It's about zombies, which is one of my favorite things in this entire world to watch. It was just, it never had a dull moment. But why the hell did they take a 3-month break for a 12-season anime? I know why, because they were late on every episode. It was just the management of the show itself was not good. It really lost its momentum. They ended up putting out the last 3 episodes all on Christmas. All 3 were great. However, I think I would have enjoyed them more had I kept the momentum of the entire season. I definitely think that was its biggest fault, was not being completed, and I feel like we're constantly at this thing where we're getting delays now, where episodes barely coming out. Can we please just finish the show before it comes out?
Stop it, please, I beg you!
As long as it's not like Shield Hero where you delay it 5 times and put out a really boring season, I don't think we're gonna get that mad if something gets delayed. Maybe that's just me. But I did enjoy this anime nonetheless. I would give it a 9 out of 10 for sure. I would put it just after Vinland Saga Season 2. But because the momentum was really lost, I just have to go down just a little bit. I'm sorry, but if you love zombies, if you like funny animes with action as well, you'll definitely like this anime. It has great characters, it's super beautiful, and I mean, just the world, the way it starts off, it's just, I really like this anime. Just please, when we get season 2, I'm gonna say when because I'm manifesting it. Let's finish it all before we put it out. That's it. All right, look at this. I finished so fast. It did not feel like there was that many. I feel like I kind of failed as a weeb this year.
And you call yourself an accountant?
Okay guys, that's officially it for ranking the animes that I watched in 2023. I may have missed some things because I was pretty bad about tracking it, and obviously I missed so many animes that came out this year. So again, let me know if you want me to catch up on all of 2023's best animes, or let me know which ones I should watch, and I will do another ranking video, hopefully very soon. So it came down to my top 3 animes being AOT the final season and JJK season 2 tied for first, with Mashle, Magic, and Mashle very close behind it. In my opinion, I think these were probably the 3 I enjoyed the most this year. Let me know what your top 3 animes of 2023 were, whether you just watched it in 2023 or it came out in 2023. And give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!